Welcome everybody to a Pokemon Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke. So what is a Randomizer Nuzlocke? This doesn't matter, by the way, this stuff, don't worry about it. Anyways, what is a Randomizer Nuzlocke? You might be wondering, or you probably aren't, I don't know. It's pretty simple actually. Well, let's start off with a Randomizer. Randomizer is a variant to Pokemon, well, not a variant, it's more like a program, first of all, that you use to randomize the Pokemon of the game, and then there's a lot of other things you can randomize. You can randomize the starters. You can randomize if each route if you want just a few Pokemon randomized, or maybe you want just a lot of randomized Pokemon on the route. And then you can randomize the items. You can randomize the you can even randomize the types, the base stats, the abilities. You can think of it. I mean, you probably can do it, and if not, maybe in the future you can do it. So really, it just kind of makes it interesting. And for example, Pokemon Emerald, though, you can only find Pokemon up to Gen 3, so you can't find newer Pokemon like legendaries like Xerneas or Yveltal or whatever. Maybe even like Hacks or something. But I don't know why I thought of just the Gen 6 X and Y legendaries, but they're just for example. Anyways, and a Nuzlocke is a kind of a way to play the game. It's rules that you enforce on yourself, so it's not like an actual like gameplay effect. Like you won't see anything in the game that's like gonna tell you it's a Nuzlocke, but it's more of like rules that you use in the game personally to make the game kind of harder depending on what rules you use, but a little bit more interesting. So the way I'm doing it's a pretty laid back Nuzlocke. It's not too hard, but that's because I've never finished Nuzlocke completely. And I've never really finished a Pokemon series on this channel, so I thought the first time we do it and we finish it, I thought, well, hopefully we finish the series at least, but I thought might as well make it a little bit easier. Anyways, a Nuzlocke starts off as you can only catch the first Pokemon on every route, so you can't catch multiple Pokemon on each route, you can only catch the first one. So that makes it already harder, limiting how many Pokemon you can catch. And just a regular randomizer, you could catch any Pokemon you want, and because it's randomized, you can find any Pokemon early on. So it's a little easy. So we can get some good Pokemon on our first encounter. It doesn't mean we're going to get bad ones, but if it is a terrible Pokemon, then we're screwed. But, for example, Magikarp knows more than just Splash, so if you found a Magikarp or something, you wouldn't be completely screwed. And the moves are random, like I said, so... anyways, and then if your Pokemon faints, they are completely dead. You release them or put them in your PC. Now, the way I'm doing it is I'm giving my Pokemon 3 lives. Number 1, because, like I said, it's a laid-back, easier Nuzlocke. Number 2, because I'm just not that great at Nuzlockes. I, lose my Pokemon a lot. And I feel like, also, number 3, it'll kind of grow us closer to our Pokemon, knowing that, we have a little bit more time with them. So, those are the basic rules. And like I said, the 3 lives usually aren't there, and and that's kind of like my own rule. Basically, Nuzlockes, you can kind of move around and make your own rules. Obviously, you can't just go around making up rules like, oh, I kind of want to catch 2 Pokemon on this route because I feel like it. Not like that, but I just mean, I'm adding 3 lives to each Pokemon because that's just kind of how I want to do it this time. But normally, it would be 1 life each Pokemon, that's it. And, yeah. So also, nicknaming isn't a rule that you have to use, but I'm going to go ahead and use it. I'm not going to have a theme, but I'm going to go ahead and nickname them. Usually I nickname Pokemon based on their actual Pokemon names. I'll kind of think of a name based on their name. Not even just based, but the first name that comes to mind, or just, I don't know, a good name. And sometimes it's kind of like, not even a name, it's like an inanimate object, or just kind of a, I don't know, a thing. Like, for example, Space. I guess, I would name it a Pokemon Space or something. I don't know. Just for example, but yeah, naming, and then that's pretty much it. So those are really the rules that we're going to be going by. So it's a little bit more laid back. There's nothing more to it really. I'll put all the rules in the description. So if I forgot any, and I didn't mean to talk to this person again, but if I forgot any rules, just look in the description. Or if maybe I forgot some more for some reason, which I'm pretty sure Nuzlockes are pretty simple more or less, then tell me. But I did forget something. I did forget a few things, but these aren't necessarily rules, and these are things that you kind of implement on your own. Let's go ahead and look at our starters, though. Wailord, Macargo, Zapdos. Okay, well, I'm going to go with the Legendary, because it's Legendary. Actually, hold on, can you check something? Can you check if these are shiny? I don't think you can unless you get them. Anyways, we're going to go with Zapdos. He's a Legendary. There is no ban on Legendaries or anything like that. and I think it'll help us out. So we get a Zapdos. That's pretty cool. No idea what I'm gonna name the Zapdos. Usually I might name it Zeus, but that's such an average name for Zapdos or any electric Pokemon really. So those Sky Attack, Aero Blast, Volt Tackle, and Spit Up, pretty good moves. Let's hit with an Aero Blast. Might one-hit KO? Don't know. And it does. Alright, well, moving on. The things I forgot to say are, if I find a shiny Pokemon, and a shiny Pokemon, if you don't know, is a rare Pokemon that has a 1 in 8,000 chance. I believe in this game it does. Some games in the future, like, I think the newer gens have like 1 in 4,000, and then there's like, if you get the shiny charm, but anyways, just in general, I think it's a 1 in 8,192 chance to find a shiny Pokemon, so it is very rare. And in a Nuzlocke, we're not going to be doing much in the grass, because after I catch my first Pokemon, we might do some training in the grass, but other than that, we're not going to want to go in there, just in case we find something good, and then I don't feel like, oh great, I missed it. Point is, if you find a shiny though, or I guess if I do, but this is kind of like if you're playing, if you find a shiny, hold on, I always want to think of a name, I don't know, I usually can think of names fast, but for legendaries I always feel like I need it's like harder to think of a name. Alright, shout out to people with this name, and I'm thinking of Zach and Cody while I'm doing this, but I just kind of spoiled it, but anyways, name of Zach, it's kind of, you know, Z-A, and then, I don't know, Zach's kind of an average name. But it's, you know, shout out people with the name Zach, I guess. Anyways, so, yeah, if you find a shiny Pokemon, I will be able to catch it. I don't know why I keep saying you, but I will be able to catch it no matter what. So if it's my 10 millionth encounter on that route, doesn't matter, I can still catch that Pokemon if it's shiny. And it's like, in Nuzlocke, there is you know, people change it up, like, they can catch it but can't use it, or they can catch it and use it but they have to replace a Pokemon, or they can catch it and use it but they have to replace a route. I'm just going to go ahead and say if I find one, I'm going to catch it and be able to use it with no disabilities, I guess. And the reason I say that is because I'm like really unlucky, first of all. Second of all, it's kind of basic on luck. It's chance. It's not necessarily that, but you know, it's very rare that you're going to find a... by the way, this does not count as my first encounter until I get Pokeballs. That's a rule that I guess you kind of implement yourself, but I'm going to go ahead and say that. I kind of wanted to check Zach's stats. Probably should have done that. And, well, his abilities and stuff, too. Anyways, go ahead and do that. He has an item. I'll take that in a second. So, prevents sleep. Not the best, but it's pretty good, I guess. So, can't sleep. It has a luxury ball. So, that's cool. I guess, technically, don't say, oh, you had a Pokeball, so it counts. I mean, you know what I mean. Like, when I actually get Pokeballs. Sky Attack does 140 and Air Blast does 100. But Sky Attack, I think you get recoil damage and... So, you know, yeah, and then, it takes 2 turns, so yeah. Spit Up, releases Stockpile. So you need Stockpile, I believe, for this move, so, yeah, not a good move. Volt Tackle is a pretty good move, so Spit Up is the move I guess I would get rid of, but pretty good move set. And then we'll go ahead and take the Luxury Ball, didn't mean to do that. Alright, and there we go. So, first encounters will only count when I get Pokeballs, and my deaths will only count once I get Pokeballs, which is pretty early on, so... I'm not going to be like, oh, my death doesn't count until after the 8th gym, or I don't know, something like that. Now, there is a Nuzlocke variant where you have no deaths, where you can only catch the first Pokemon on each route, and there's a bunch of, you know, rules, but you can't, you know, your Pokemon can't completely die. I'm just not playing like that. I'm going to do some training real quick, just because she has a Wailord, which I guess, or she might have a Wailord. Even if she does, it's effective. And the other one, it's not effective, but I'm pretty powerful. Oh my god, an Articuno. Well, that would have been a good encounter, but, again, I'm not gonna, like, cheat, so, you know, doesn't count, unless it is my encounter. By the way, there's Route 101, 102, and 103 pretty early on, and the, Forest, so I think it's 4 encounters I could possibly get in this video, or very early on in the next few videos. So, I'm gonna do some trading, though. I didn't kill Articuno, because I just kind of felt bad about it. We'll go ahead and kill Chingling. Chime Shell, my bad, I don't know why I call it Chingling. Chingling isn't... I don't know. Anyways, does Volt Tackle give you recoil damage? That's kind of what I'm kind of curious about. Alright, it does. That's not... It's a good move, but it's not something I want to use right now. Especially when I have, like, no HP. Well, considering everything, no HP. Kind of forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. So... There, like I said, there's some Nuzlocks where you can't lose Pokemon. but I'm not going to play like that. Now, also, there is a level limit. Now, I'm not going to go and be like, okay, level 14 is the max limit. You know, I can't use Pokemon past that, but I'm going to say that I'm not going to get, like, over-leveled. Like, I kind of have a basic idea of, you know, like, the first gym leader is probably going to have, like, a level 12 or 13, right? And then no more than 20 for the second gym leader. So, I mean, I'm just going to make sure my whole team is not completely over-leveled. But I'm not going to have, like, a set level. Like I said, it's a more laid-back thing. So, in future Nuzlockes, I'll probably have very strict rules and... Oh, another Articuno. And there's going to be a chance that, you know, I can actually fail the series. Because if you were to lose all your Pokemon normally, you know, the series would be over. So, that brings me to my next topic. What happens when I lose all my Pokemon? Because technically, like I said, I can't fail, but my Pokemon only have 3 lives. So, if I were to lose all my Pokemon, I can go back and catch at least 6 more, depending if I have 6... Oh my god, a Larvitar, that's sweet. I want to Tyranitar. Wow, 2 good encounters on this route so far. Point is, I'm just going to go ahead and get to level 7, and we'll be good. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So, depending on how many Pokemon I have, say I have 6, and I'm only going to count the summon in my party, or the Pokemon in my party. And by that I mean, wow, there's no XP. By that I mean, if I have 6 Pokemon on my team, right, and I catch another one or another few, and I'll be able to put them in my PC, right? And if my Pokemon in my party were to faint or lose all their 3 lives, I can take the Pokemon out of the PC and put them in my party. But say I were to lose all the Pokemon in my party and my PC, I would only go out and catch how many Pokemon I lost in my party. So if I have 6 in my party, we will go catch 6 more Pokemon. If I only have 3, then we'll only catch 3. And it has to be my first encounter. I guess it doesn't matter which route. I can go back to any route I want. But that way I can't fail, but it'll change it up. So technically you might be wondering, or you might be thinking, that could help you. You know, technically it could. I could be like, okay, here's a Chime Show and I wanted an Articuno. I could come all the way back here, get an Articuno. But it's kind of based on chance, and technically it could definitely not help me. Like, what if my Pokemon are pretty high level, and they're higher than, like, what you probably find around the route in the wild, so I'll have to do some extra training, and I'll lose the Pokemon that I kind of grew to. Like Zach, he's a pretty cool guy, I want to keep him. Having a legendary is a very cool thing, but, you know, they still can faint, and if they do, it's live lost, so there's that. Also, Dupes Clause, which basically means, this is a new rule, by the way, this, I don't know, I just came out of nowhere and said, also, Dupes Clause, and he was like, what? Anyways, basically, if I catch a Pokemon on this route, say I were to catch Chimcho, if I were to go to the next route, and the first encounter was a Chimcho, I would not have to catch that Chimcho, because I already have and caught one. There is no limit to that. Sometimes people are like 5 limits, which would be ridiculous if you found 5 or 6 different Chimchos in the game on your first encounter. That's stupid. But anyways, point is, so, you know, there's no limit. As long as if I've caught it before, then I can't catch it again. I guess that would go towards legendaries too. As much as I don't want it to, I guess I want to make it fair. So if I were to catch a Articuno, I cannot catch another Articuno on my first encounter because I already caught it. I don't think there's anything in that rule that says you can't catch another Pokemon again, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and play it like that. At least give myself one challenge. Anyways, I think those are basically it. There's some more things I could get into. I know I've been talking for a while, and I know I made it kind of confusing. And she has Macargo, but I don't think it'll be hard. Yeah, I know I made it kind of confusing. So if you have any questions, just leave a comment. Wondering what's going on. I can, you know, give a brief, you know, rundown, and that wasn't effective. Good thing I knew that. Know your types. Sacred Fire. Good thing you knew that, but it missed. So know your privileges, I guess. We'll use an electric move. I don't think Spit Up would actually even work because I don't have Stockpile. But maybe. I don't know. Point is, you're dead. It was recoil, like I said, but it doesn't matter. That could be very dangerous later in the game, though. And, oh my, okay, like 1 XP off. Why does that always happen to me? Alright, so, don't get Pokeballs yet. Still have to go all the way back to the lab. Then once I get Pokeballs, I can get my first encounter and everything. So, anyways, like I said, leave comments. Also, I was thinking about doing some other Pokemon Nuzlockes while I do this one. You know, have a few different series going on. I might have some more games because if you didn't notice, I haven't uploaded in a while. I'm going to try uploading more often. Like I said, I'm going to try to finish the series. That doesn't mean I'm going to have it finished over a course of like a few years or something, you know. But that's just what's going on. And I haven't recorded a live video or recorded a video in a while. So I'm going to try to maybe record some other games soon too, along with this game. But what I was going with that is leave a comment after this Pokemon Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke. Which Pokemon game would you guys like to see next? And also, if you guys don't want to see a Randomizer Nuzlocke, let me know. Maybe you just want to see a Randomizer, or maybe you just want to see Nuzlocke, or maybe you just want to see me regular play, or maybe you want to see, like, I don't know, a different, like, challenge. So just go ahead and leave your comments. Tell me what you think and what kind of Pokemon games you want to see, and what kind of variants you want to see in Pokemon games. So, that's that. And, for a second I thought we were going to battle again. Kind of forgot that we just did. Kind of reminded me of the Kanto, you know, the Gen 1 when you battle your rival in the lab. I'm actually on Season 6 of the Pokemon anime, so I'm in Hoenn right now. So let's go and get our first encounter. So let's talk about Pokemon for a second, because I have a lot of things I can say about, like, real life, the anime, my personal adventures with Pokemon, and there's a lot kind of, you know, I can talk about that I will. And, you know, like I said, I haven't done a live commentary in a while, so I'm trying to, like, talk about the game and not talk about too much and not be too confusing, because I know sometimes I obviously understand what I'm saying, because I'm saying it most of the time, you know, but, you know, I don't know if everybody's following what I'm saying, so I'm hoping that's the case. And I'm hoping I'm not boring you either, because then that wouldn't make an entertaining video. But I also do make videos in the way I kind of want to make them. And Pokemon Emerald isn't exactly a popular game right now. Pokemon's always been a popular game, but you know what I mean? Like, Pokemon Emerald, out of all Pokemons, isn't exactly popular. First of all, because it's an older game. Second of all, a lot of people actually really hate Pokemon Emerald, and Magneton is my first encounter on this route. So I have to catch Magneton, or nothing else. So I'm gonna go and throw a Pokeball. What does Electric Ball do? A Cozy Ball that makes... well, Magneton, you're... So the sad thing is, Magneton's another electric type. But I don't have any control over that, so, you know, I could catch potentially 6 electric types in the next, like, few times, but I just don't have any control over it. I just don't know if I can damage this thing without killing it, by the way, if you're wondering why I'm just throwing Pokeballs. But it's level 2, so I'm hoping... Okay, being quiet, no, definitely helps. Anyways, so... Does Magneton not have a gender? Let's read his Pokedex entry. I think that'll actually be cool, because he only catches so many Pokemon in the series. Number 82 Magneton, Magnet Pokemon, 3 foot 3 inches. I don't know how they got that, you know, because it's kind of like a circular, it's not really a, I don't know how they got that. Anyways, 132.3 pounds. It is actually 3 Magnemite linked by magnetism. So, technically, I just caught 3 Magnemites compared to 1. It generates powerful radio waves that raise temperatures by 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit within a 3,300 foot radius. Wow, that's actually interesting. But what would happen if there's like a million different Magnetons in the same radius? Would that make it like a million degrees, and then that would just like kill everybody? I mean, that's a pretty good question, honestly. I don't know why I got so in depth right there. Anyways, this isn't exactly a gendered Pokemon, so I guess having like a male or female name wouldn't necessarily go with it. So because of the 3 first letters, and this is a name I guess I've reserved for some cool Pokemon, but I don't want to like diss you, Magneton, and you're important on our journey. So we're gonna name you Magic. That's just the first thing came to mind. So welcome to the team, Magic. Maybe you'll be actually really good. Maybe you'll have some cool stuff going on. No held item. Flame Body burns the foe on contact. It's actually a pretty cool move, like honestly, to have. That could be very helpful. Stats not too good, but it's level 2. So Hyper Fang, I mean it's okay. Thrash, okay, but you have to like move 2 to 3 turns and it confuses. Decent and not that great, but not terrible by any means. I'm definitely going to train Magic in a second. I'm going to go ahead and see what my encounter is on the Route 102, I believe, or 103. No, it's 103, and then Route 102 is to the left. This encounter obviously doesn't count. Probably going to be like a legendary. If it is a shiny, though, I can catch it. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. But I already talked about that, so I'm just kind of like saying it again. Kill it real quick, by the way, because I'm going to go ahead and level up to level 8. And then I'm going to have to train some Pokemon. I'm not going to cut out training necessarily, unless it's like hardcore training, like I'm leveling up all my Pokemon a bunch of levels. But if it's just, you know, like 3 levels, you know, in the beginning of the game. Okay, this is going to take too long. You know what, Magneton? You got lucky. Have fun. I'm not going to kill my, you know, Magic's brethren. Anyways, let's go get our other encounter. Encounters are always much fun, and like I said, there's a bunch in the beginning of this game. I don't actually remember every single route and every single encounter later in the game. So there's that. Alright, so this is what I was going to talk about earlier before I was like, alright, let's talk about the game. Pokemon Emerald was actually my first Pokemon game I ever played. I have played and been with Pokemon for about I want to say 4 years, but I'm going to say maybe 3 or 4. So, yes, not that long compared to people who, well, actually people have been with it for 20, but, you know, the average person that's, I'm still, you know, been with it, I guess, a little bit less than, you know, the average person is with Pokemon. I will say, I will blame it, at least probably 4 years of not playing. Wow, Jigglypuff, okay. Articuno or Chimecho was what I thought it was going to be. But Jigglypuff, okay, not exactly my choice of a Pokemon, but I have Zapdos, so I guess Articuno isn't exactly that terrible of a loss to not have. But, you know, you kind of always want Articuno, considering it's a legendary you get later in the game. Anyways, it's, okay. Please, Jigglypuff, don't do this. It might take a while to find Jigglypuff again, so I don't know. Like, if I don't catch this Jigglypuff, considering it's randomized, I might not be able to find this Jigglypuff for a while. Oh my god, please, why would you do that? I'm being quiet because I'm just, like, trying to comprehend this Jigglypuff. Like, you're not even, like, that great, necessarily. Like, I don't want to diss you, but come on, Jigglypuff. Like, just, like, in the anime, all you do is sing and bother people. Like, you're just not... Okay. Okay. I understand. I'm not even sure if I'll come back to you. Like, I have a few encounters coming up, and okay, Zapdos, I don't want Zapdos to lose a life, so... Okay, if I throw another ball and it fails, Jigglypuff might kill me. Alright, this first potion, I'm gonna use. Okay. And I'm gonna use my last Pokeball, which I got in the Luxury Ball, which I wouldn't have had if it wasn't for Zach. So I think this is an encounter that was, like, meant to be, Jigglypuff. I'm supposed to catch you in this Luxury Ball, because if it wasn't for this Luxury Ball, it would have been over by now. And I got it from Zach. Maybe Zach really wants to catch you. Please, I respect you. Well, that was a really cool, like, animation. Holy crap, I like that. It was like the green sparkles that came. Okay. 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 That's pretty upsetting. Wasted a Luxury Ball and all that speech all that BS I just talked about. You're gonna do that to me. Now I'm gonna level up, and now I'm not gonna come find you again, Jigglypuff. Can you get Wigglytuff in this game? Is that later? I don't know. Either way, I don't want Jigglypuff anymore. It probably has, like, one of the best, like abilities, and it probably has, like, a pretty good item, but you know what? It's fine by me. I just don't want to deal with you anymore. So, anyways, Pokemon Emerald was the first Pokemon game I ever... Oh, this is what I was saying. I forgot. 4 years I blame that I didn't play Pokemon because of people around me. For example, at my school, people who would say stuff like Pokemon's stupid, Pokemon's for, like, little tiny kids, you know, Pokemon, you know, all the other profanities that kids in middle school and, like, younger would, I guess, say, even though we were kids, so I don't know what they meant. Obviously, tiny kids would be, like, 5-year-olds to them, but you know what I mean. Why am I going up there? Don't know. Let's go buy some stuff. I almost forgot. So anyways, I didn't play for a while because I was like, yeah, I guess I'll believe these kids, even though, like, that's so stupid. Like, don't believe kids in your public school. Or private school for that matter. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Definitely need to buy some Pokeballs because I thought, you know, okay, let's buy a Lucky 7. Why not? I only have one encounter each route, but, like, I just wasted a few Pokeballs. Didn't even catch Pokemon. Let's actually buy some potions first. How many potions do I have? I have 0, I think. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and buy... 5. We'll buy 5. I'm not going to buy an Awakening, but... Okay, stop that. I'm going to buy 2 Antidotes and 1 Paralyze Heal. The Awakening... oh, yeah, I was going to say, like, it'll help in the forest, but I just realized this is not, like, an actual playthrough. Anyways... Well, by that, I mean, like, this is randomized, so the moves are randomized and Pokemon are, so it's not like there's going to be bug type necessarily. There could be, but not necessarily, so, yeah. Forgot that I got the, running boots, by the way. So here's a new route, got a new Pokemon. I'm going to do some training in a second, but first I'm going to catch this Pokemon. Anyways, so yeah, it was probably about 4 years where I was just like, yeah, I guess Pokemon is stupid, and a Primate, okay. Pokemon's stupid, I guess. Because, and if you're just, like, skimming this part of the video, you're probably like, what? But yeah, anyways, so, I was like, yeah, I guess so. And And then it wasn't but like 4 years later, I was on YouTube, and it was like Pokemon first season, first episode came up. And okay, I guess I could damage these Pokemon. Like I just don't know what I could use. I don't know. I have such powerful moves. Let's throw some more Pokeballs. I don't know. I don't want to waste them because I have another encounter coming up, and it could be pretty sweet. Not to... Okay. I'm going to risk Magic a little bit, and I don't want to, you know, be mean to Magic, but I'm just going to risk you because I need you to do some damage, and I'm pretty sure Zach would kill this Primeape. Don't worry, if you live through this, which you have 3 lives, so that wasn't... Okay. Well, just because it's fighting type doesn't mean it has a fighting move. So, whatever. But it has Flame Body, so we could technically, like, hold off, I guess. So, Magic lost a life. 2 lives for him already. See why I'm not doing a 1-life scenario? We would have just lost Magic already. Like, do you see how just depressing that is? Like, how... I don't know. And just because Primeape's fighting doesn't mean he had a fighting move, so don't blame me. Of course, it's kind of, like I said, it's a risk. That's why it's called a risk. Okay, Magic. Magic's the reason we caught it. Don't worry, Magic. You did it. Alright, Primeape. I'm a little upset at you for taking Magic's life away. Like, we're catching the Pokemon that destroyed Magic. Whatever. Number 57, Primeape. Pig monkey Pokemon. 3 foot 3 inches, just like Magneton. Okay, they're the same height. Interesting. 70.5 pounds. When it becomes furious, its blood circulation becomes more robust, and its muscles are made stronger, but it also becomes much less intelligent. Okay, interesting. Primeape. What kind of name am I going to give Primeape? A male Primeape. Simple name. Not intelligent. Don't need a long name. Ow. I kind of don't like the name that I don't like the way that looks. I'm gonna go ahead and change it to capital. So Ow. Okay. Pretty simple name. There you go. Look at its stats and stuff. Not the best encounters, but like I said, having a Zapdos is always great to have. Prevents item theft. Okay, not that great of a Pokemon, or not a Pokemon, an item or ability is what it is. It's not holding an item, and its ability, or its wow, it knows 3 fighting moves. Okay, well, I guess that kind of takes away my fighting thing. Cross Chomp, Dynamic Punch. It's only 50 accuracy, but it's powerful and it confuses them. So I guess it makes sense. And this one's pretty good. Mega Kick's pretty good too. So pretty good moves actually. Look at all that. Those pretty good moves. So I just kind of realized though in the randomizer, I actually said prefer same type with the moveset. So you can probably guess that the Pokemon have type moves. So if you find a Ice type Pokemon, it's gonna have Ice type. Fighting type probably will have Fighting type. Now it's not to say that it won't, or it's not to say that it'll have like new moves. Like it'll have, you know, all kinds of moves. But I did say prefer same type. More or less. So I guess I should have thought about that. So I guess it's kind of my fault. I'm sorry, Magic. We're gonna do some training. I might rush and go get my next encounter, and then like so I can end the video kind of around there, or I can just leave it for the next video. We do have a trainer right there, so I'm just gonna train with the trainer, and we'll see what he has. So there's that. Anyways, so yeah, it wasn't but 4 years later. I remember the story. I'm sorry. I haven't made a live commentary in a while, so I'm really bad. Like right now, I'm making live commentaries, and not only that, but it's just wow, I forgot to put the other Pokemon in. Okay, well this is kind of a waste of a battle. Don't worry about it. Anyways, point is, I'm just not good with live commentaries right now, so I'm sorry if I keep splitting up stuff and I'm confusing. Anyways, so yeah, I saw the first episode, I watched it, and it was great. It was like actually, it had a storyline. It had some drama, it had some, like, entertainment, and it was, like, an adventure that was started. I'm talking about the first episode of Pokemon in the anime, by the way. Forgot to put my other Pokemon in the front of the lineup again, so that's depressing. I don't know if I want to try Magneton or Primeape. That's kind of a good question. Anyways, if I was a bigger YouTuber, had more fans, I'd probably make a place for, like, fan art. So I think it's really cool to see, like, you know, let me do this so I remember. To see, like, in Nuzlocke and stuff, people would make fan art of the Pokemon. Because, I mean, like, in your Nuzlocke, you can only catch so many Pokemon in the game. And in that, also, what is this cool thing going on? Okay, it's just with all that thing, like that white out stuff for Love Disc. anyways. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see stuff like people make actual. We'll use Thrash. Okay. Good thing it's electric, but it still could do a lot. Could still kill. Didn't kill, but that's pretty. I should have switched it out. Okay, Magic has lost 2 lives now. My point to why I am... Okay. Let's risk Owl, because Owl knows some pretty hard-hitting moves, and I think he can tank a hit. What do I want to do? Mega Kick is... Let's use Dynamic Punch. Or is this the one that's 50 accuracy? Okay, I think that was... I was thinking the other one was. Okay. Didn't kill. Okay. This time we're not going to have the same mistake. We're going to switch into Zac. So, I apologize. I'm not like the best trainer, the best battler. I am working on it. But maybe Zac could just lead us through the whole game. Because honestly, like even when Zac comes in, the Hydro Pump misses. Like nobody messes with Zac, honestly. Anyways, okay, so let's go heal. And Magic has 1 life left already. That is very saddening. Anyways, but it's always cool to see, like, fan art and stuff. And I'm not saying, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, don't make me fan art, but I just don't have that big of a fan base and stuff like that. So, you know. But anyways, if any of you are watching and you want to make fan art for my Pokemon, I mean, that'd be sweet. Maybe you should make one for Magic, or maybe you should make, like, a RIP one for Magic, because he had 1 life left. I should be, like, more sincere and, like, very careful. But, I mean, I don't know. But anyway, so I just met Magic, so I mean, it's not, like, that big of a loss, to be honest. But it's okay. I still want to respect Magic and his magicness, I guess. Probably another Love Disc by the looks of it. Or Medicham. Or Meditite, my bad. I don't know why I keep mixing up the names of the Pokemon. I just kind of, like, guess, and I don't know. Let's use Hyper Fang this time. See if that does anything. It's a level 4. Did nothing. Okay. Okay, this is risky business. We're just going to switch you out. We're not even going to fight with you. Because you need to get a few levels before you fight, okay? That's kind of like some basic stuff going on. Anyways, so yeah. If you want to make fan art, you can, but I don't have a big enough fan base where I'm going to be like, yeah, make fan art and all that stuff. But I love to see fan art from, you know, when YouTubers make videos and, like, you know, popular YouTubers, and they have, like, fan art stuff. It's always cool to see. And it just makes it kind of more entertaining to think that, you know, you have a more personal feel to your Pokemon, I guess. It's kind of like the same thing where when I'm like, this could be very bad for Magic if I keep him in, so don't worry, I'm not going to keep him in. It's like when I'm watching the Pokemon anime, or I'm playing the game, I guess, like, to think of it in real life, I guess, or to think of, like, Pokemon in-game as in, like, real scenarios. It's just... Alright, pressed the wrong button and ended the recording, but we're in the same place. Anyways, but it's always cool to just kind of think of things in a more personal way, or think of things like an actual situation. Like, if I were to, like, be in the Pokemon world and meet Pokemon, I don't know, it's kind of a cool thing. If you can tell, or if you can't tell, I mean, I've gotten pretty into Pokemon in the past while, I guess. And, I don't know, just kind of into it, and I just think it would be cool to have, like, a real-life Pokemon, scenario kind of thing, which is why I guess people are pretty excited for Pokemon Go, but from what I'm kind of learning now, it just doesn't seem as great as everybody made it. Oh my god. A Chansey, that'd be so sweet. But you know what? Chansey gives some great XP, so let's go ahead, switch into Zapdos, or Zac, I guess, and get some XP off of Chansey. Chansey has a lot of HP. I think it's actually the most HP on Pokemon. Or not Chansey, but Chansey's final evolution, if it's Blissey, yes. And Tri-Attack, okay, interesting. Oh, that was a crit, I was gonna say, it did a lot. Use Aeroblast again. Wow, extreme speed, okay then. This is a pretty interesting Chansey. I only did 3. I was kind of scared there for a second, but... Okay, by the way, Dragon Rage and, like, one-hit KO moves and just overpowering moves, are banned, so don't worry, I'm not going to find a Pokemon that has necessarily overpowering moves. We're going to go heal again. No reason to risk another death. We almost lost magic in the first episode, like, okay. And this is going to be a pretty long one, I guess. I probably should end it soon. I'll do my forest encounter in the next episode, probably. But I'll go ahead and do some training and talk about a few more things. But the first episode's always the most famous episode of a series, no matter what. I'm not saying I'm going to be famous or anything. I'm just saying, say this video got 10 views, the rest of the videos will probably get less than 10, unless... Okay. Okay. So, don't know if you guys saw that. Don't know if it, like, froze for you or what happened. I stopped talking for a second because I thought my computer froze. That just reminded me instantly save. I was so happy when, like, my computer, or it didn't freeze. Like, that's the kind of thing that happens to me. I'll get so into the game, I'll forget to save, which, when you're by yourself, it's not that big of a deal. But when you're recording a series, it's just so heartbreaking to go through so much, like, oh, a Swampert. Swampert is the like, third evolution for the starter Mudkip in this game, actually. Drought. Okay, interesting to have Drought. That's actually not a good thing for a water type to have, I think. Let's try to actually take down the Swampert. Mud Shot, which is effective against electric. Okay. I guess that was bound to happen. Alright, magic. We lost magic. We lost magic already. So, like I said, fan art for magic. Just put RIP, put the sadness. I mean, it's our first Pokemon that we lost, so I guess it does actually have some sadness to it. But, like I said, we just met Magic. And he does have a pretty magical name, but it doesn't mean anything especially. But let's go ahead and deposit our first Pokemon. Even in the future, I don't know if I'm going to have, like, a sad song and stuff and all that. Not because I don't care, but just because, I don't know. I used to want to do it, but I'm not interested in that kind of thing right now. Anyways, but we are going to deposit. We're not going to get rid of, because I want to look at them at the end of the game, but we lost Magic already. And let's hope that he is, we're going to put him in box 14, let's hope that he's part of barely any Pokemon or no more Pokemon. Obviously, that probably won't happen, especially because in the first episode I already lost Magic. I know some of you are going to be like, wow, you made some bad decisions, and I probably did. But I think this is, it'll make me more cautious. Kind of like when the game I thought froze, and then I was like, I gotta save. So, anyways, there's that. So, do a little bit more training, talk a little bit more, then end the video. And, like I said, pretty long. So, but like I said, the first episode's always the most infamous of the series. Always the most popular. I mean, I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not gonna get popular necessarily, but I mean, like, just it's gonna have the most views necessarily. Like most likely, unless there's something going on in other episodes that people want to see. I don't know. Probably should just switch Owl out instead of actually risking him. He should be able to tank this hit. Okay, that was not a good tank, and he missed. Okay, Owl, not very impressive. So Owl and Zach still have 3 lives, by the way. I don't think I'm gonna have a layout, and it's like one of those other things that I'm not necessarily lazy. I didn't want to use Sky Attack. I don't necessarily want to make one, but this actually fills up the whole screen, so not really a reason for a layout. And yeah, so I feel like it's pretty simple. But layouts are pretty cool. But if anybody's watching, and I act like so many people are watching or something, like people are gonna make me fan art and stuff, but I'm just hoping. Anyways, but if anybody's watching and you know how to make layouts for Pokemon Nuzlocke Randomizer stuff, if you can make me one, that would be sweet. To at least have a place for like the Pokemon and their lives, I guess, out of 3, their levels or something, badges. That's a lot to ask, and no one is probably going to do it, and I don't expect anyone to do it, but I'm just kind of, if anyone is thinking of doing it, I just told you that, so you would know. Anyways, but there's a few other things I was talking about I kind of want to wrap up. So, yeah, Pokemon Emerald was the first game I ever played in the Pokemon series. I've played every single game since then, but Emerald was my first, and like I said, I played the Gen 1 games, the Gen 2, but Emerald was just my first, and I know a lot of people actually don't like Emerald. mostly because of the water, like I think I was saying earlier. And I don't know, I guess there's just a lot of things I don't like about Emerald, but just because it's my first one, you know, I gotta like it. You know how people like red and blue, and people like yellow the most, because it's just like the first game they play, and they're just like, wow, this is, you know, great. But for me, it was Emerald, so I guess I'd have to say I like Emerald. I don't know if I guess I would say the best, yeah. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire I definitely enjoyed a lot, I guess because I like Emerald. But I definitely like I just remember the animations, and I remember going to the Elite Four for the first time with Swampert, and I don't know if it was the first time or after, but I had Rayquaza, or Rayquaza, hey, a starter, Whaler, or Rayquaza, as people say. But, should I try to actually, let's try this, let's take a risk, another risk. Which one is it? Let's use Crouch Jump. I know that one isn't the really, okay, and it missed anyways, okay. All these missing stuff. Is that lower my defense? It's harshly felt. Okay, that's not a risk I'm willing to take, so we're gonna put Zach in, because you don't have that much defense already, and you harshly lowered my defense. Like, that's very unnerving. Anyways, so I like Whaler, though, by the way. Whaler I just really like. I also really like the shiny version. It's just purple, but I don't know, I like it, just the way it looks. Even though Electric's effective against water, I don't think this really matters. Level 3 versus level 9. Zach is definitely going to be the Pokemon, I think, that hopefully can take us, like, pretty far. At least, you know, live pretty far. Like I said, I'm going to be able to get a new team. It's not going to be completely over. Like, when we get to the Elite Four, our team might be completely new. Not even, like, have one same and then, like, 5 or, you know, the rest new. It could be completely new. But, you know, we always will have the memory of the other Pokemon. And I definitely think that it's cool about a Nuzlocke is the fact that you don't take the Pokemon for granted, and like if you go back to see them later after the Elite Four, it just feels so great. Like I know that whenever I beat the Elite Four, and it's like here's your team of 6 that is into the Hall of Fame, it's always so cool. But in a Nuzlocke, just going back and seeing the team that could have been, or like the Pokemon that like took you somewhere on the journey, even if it was like Magic, it took me like half a route, still great to see, you know, where you've come, I guess. And interesting, a Graveler. But you know. One day, maybe I can hope I find a shiny, so I can just catch a Pokemon, like a Pokemon out of nowhere. Like, what if I find, like, my second encounter on the route's a crazy legendary, but it's a shiny? That'd be so amazing. All I know is if I found a shiny, I might actually have to cheat, and, like, catch it with a Pokeball. Like, there's cheat codes for Pokeballs. I might have to do that. If I were to do that, though, let me just say this. If I were to do that, I wouldn't count it, and I wouldn't, use it. But if I had no Pokeballs, or, like I said, I could use shinies, that's what I'm saying, I can use them. But I'm saying if I had no Pokeballs, or I ran out, I would cheat, because it's so rare that I'm not gonna, like, just be like, oh, I guess, see you later, shiny. I know some people actually, like, there's, like, this one YouTube channel I saw that this guy would actually find shinies to feint them, and to, beat them, I guess, just because he thought it was, I mean, I guess I could see the humor in it. But I mean, that seems like a lot of work, and I mean, I'm so terrible at finding shinies, and just, I don't know. Anyways, I really want to, like, get this video done with, not because I just want to end it, but because I've been going on for so long, and I know I could talk for a long time. Anyways, but there's a lot more I guess I should keep for the other videos to make it more interesting, and I definitely talk way too much about myself, way too much about, like, personal things, way too much about, not even just personal things, but, like, things done about the game. But like I said, I just want to do what I enjoy on this channel. I want to record what I want to enjoy, and I want to talk about what I want to, like, what I enjoy, I guess. And I don't want to sit here and be like, yeah, let's talk about, I mean, I want to talk about the game, but I mean, I don't want to be like, let's talk about the game, and then, like, nothing else at all, and because people don't want to necessarily see it. I don't know. But, anyways, I'm going to wrap up the episode. We have Al, we have Zach, in our party. We lost Magic already. So, you know, potentially, even though I have, like, no fans and barely any viewers, we could potentially have some fan art for that and all that. I don't know, like I said, I've acted like I'm gonna have a bunch of people watching, like, making me things too, but I always just like to be kind of optimistic, like, people are watching, and I have, like, an actual fan base, watching this series or something. Anyways, but leave a like, I guess, all that good stuff, but, episode 2 will be coming very soon, probably right after this, on YouTube. Just leave all your comments, and, you know, leave multiple ones, leave 100 if you want. Just don't spam, I guess. Don't be like, HI for hi, and then put it in 2 comments. You know, that kind of thing. Anyways, I will see you guys in episode 2 of our Pokemon Randomizer Nuzlocke. I apologize for my talking, my like incessant, never stopping talking. But you know, is what it is. So I guess if you don't like any talking, don't watch the next episode, or just watch it because views and money and like YouTube sell out anyways. I'll see you guys in episode 2. Bye everybody.